festival des derniers qui restent. Merci.
la guitare et au chant, Tia.
We all been at 9 below zero for you. 9 below zero. Well, now ain't that a pity? People ain't that a cry shame. Well, ain't that a pity? People ain't that a crying shame. You know that it's 9 below zero. She put me down, boss, for another man. I'll tell you what else she did. I given her all my money, well, all my love and everything. I given her all my money, all my loving and everything. You know that it's 9 below zero, she done put me down for another man. I'll tell you all about it. Oh, out, Big Pete, look out, Big Pete. What you say? Hey! And everything. Give it all my money, people. All my love and everything. You know there's 9 below zero. She done put me down for another man. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
How about it for Giles, everybody? How about it for this young man one time?
Thank you. Good night. Woo! Mr. James Harmon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Magic
Thank you so much.
The great Big Pete, ladies and gentlemen, and myself, Giles Robson. Thank you. Good night.
You are not supposed to be here. All right, let's go. Let's pack it up.
Take my mic off. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another session of Live Talking Blues. Normally that mic goes off automatically with the intro, but never mind. We got a special guest tonight. Frances, Queen of Blues, we've called her here at Live Talking Blues. The complete package of songwriting, a signature sound immediately recognizable, and captivating stage presence. She's the only French musician invited to the prestigious Mustique Island Blues Festival. Now, Tia, you're going to have to help me with your surname. Please welcome Tia Gouttebel. Hello, Tia. I said it really quickly. I just forgot to ask you. Good evening, my darling. Please say your name for me properly. 1 second. There we go. Got your mic off. There we go. Say it again, darling.
My name is Tia Gouttebel.
Gouttebel. I was nearly there. I said Gouttebel. Gouttebel. Hello, Tia. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing very good. And you?
I'm pretty good, yeah. I just want to say to everyone, there's no point in pretending. You know, we're pre-recording Tia tonight, aren't we? So you have a beautiful son that's there, well, not there tonight. So you're going to go ahead and give us a bit of your time, and we're going to play a few videos, maybe hear a couple songs for you, and let your audience know where they can see you again next, and just shoot the breeze, like we say back at home. You know what I'm saying? So listen, girl. I was really intrigued by a lot of things that I obviously I have to do research on all of our guests, and I was intrigued by your journey, your musicianship, and I really got into enjoying learning about you and your band. But I was interested about your early years. I couldn't see anything like where you grew up, and I saw how you play the guitar without using a pick, and I had a question about that too. But can you just tell us a little bit? Were you raised in France?
So I was born in central France, in a city called Clermont-Ferrand. It's not a big city. It's famous for the Michelin. Do you know the wheel? And I have two sisters. My parents aren't musicians. But
they're both musicians.
No, they are not musicians.
They're not musicians,
No, I started playing guitar when I was 6. And
why?
So what can I say?
How did that happen, though, Tia? How did that happen? I mean, did someone give you one, like an uncle or somebody?
My mother, when we were young with my sisters, she asked us if we wanted to try an instrument. So I asked for guitar, and she inscribed me in a kind of course or just a short lesson of guitar when I was 6, and I was like, wow, I really love it. So
oh my God,
she decided to buy me a guitar when I was 6. So I was like so exciting. I went on my balcony and I screamed, I had a guitar.
Oh my God.
To warn my neighbor, or I don't know. And it started like that.
And as you grew up, were there, I have a question, because when you're learning guitar or something, usually they put a pick in your hand. And you remind me of a singer that played in the style that you played, and but did you have any influences? Like, did you go on the radio and try to copy somebody, or?
So when I started, I went to the conservatory when I was very young, but I've been fired of the conservatory when I was 10. I think I was not in the right stuff. And anyway, and then after that, I went to a private lesson of guitar, private school, and then I keep on playing, learning some stuff, and I discovered blues when I was a teenager. My friends, they were all listening stuff like Nirvana, but I discovered blues through people like Big Bill Bronzy, Bessie Smith, Muddy Waters, and I completely fell in love with this kind of people. I was like, wow, I just love it. It was like it was my music, It was,
it hit your soul, didn't it?
And it talked to me. So I started playing electric guitar, and I used CD or cassettes, and I was trying to play the stuff that Buddy Guy was playing or people like that. And I learned like that. And then after that, I went to a jam session with some musician, and
as a teenager, you could do that, can you? Yeah.
Yeah, when I was 18, 19, I started to see some people, to go to see some people on stage, some bluesmen who were on tour in France.
Uh-huh.
And when you see the people on stage, it's stronger than the CDs because you
Yes.
see and you can feel the stuff, and I felt in love, with this music.
God. And so is that why you start your style is without playing with a pick? Because or you do play without a pick, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. This is stuff I was looking at. What made me first? I just want to quickly say what made me first notice it is that we're going to get to this video in a second. But what made me first notice it is when you were playing with the Patient Wolves in Cognac. You're playing a Barbara Lynn song, "I'm a Good Woman," and then I went to a Barbara Lynn video, and you guys, I'm like, these guys have a really similar style in how they pick that guitar.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Yeah.
When you don't use a pick, it's very interesting because you can play with your thumb, the bass.
You play the bass, don't you? Yeah.
You can do very different things, and it was a good advice that a bluesman gave to me, and he said maybe you can take off the pick and try with your finger, because when I started learning guitar, it was classical, so you don't use a pick. So I already have this kind of stuff. I tried already. I've learned a little bit already, and you can feel really the string in your finger, and you can make some dynamic nuances with your finger.
Really,
Lots of different stuff. It's a lot of effort, and you need to have good muscle. But I love that.
It's that all the time, isn't it?
Is what?
It's that fingers moving like that all the time.
Yeah,
You know
all
what I mean?
the time, it's like and you feel everything because it's direct. You don't have plastical stuff between the string and your finger.
Oh my goodness, that was. I mean, just watching that. I mean, you do notice a lot of older blues guys playing without a pick because I mean, they barely had a guitar, back there in Mississippi and everything like that. I mean, just someone gave them a guitar, they maybe made one or something, and a pick was the last thing probably on their mind was getting that little piece of plastic, and it probably cost all of 5 cents, but who had 5 cents to buy a pick? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I want to get to the cognac. Let's get to our first video. Not quite yet, Patsy, but I wanted to talk about was the Patient Wolves one of your first bands? Your first band?
Yeah, it's my first band. Yeah.
Yeah, and you did 3 albums and were invited to the Cognac Blues Passions Festival.
Yeah,
a great festival, isn't it?
Yeah, very famous festival, and I've been there lots of time. But when I started playing, I went there and I saw so many great musicians like Ray Charles, B.B. King, Solomon Burke, so many people, and Mavis Staples also. And I started also learning from them. When you see the people on stage, you learn a lot too.
Yeah.
And in Cognac, it was incredible because you have some people from Mississippi who played during the afternoon. You have like famous name of blues who play in the evening on the main stage, and you meet the people in the festival in the area, so you can talk to them. Sometimes you can jam, have some jam session, and it's very. It was great. It was great.
I know. I must have been. Hey, let's watch a bit of that. We're only gonna watch a little bit of this video because it's quite long for what we're doing. Patsy, put that video on for us, please.
You leave your home for days and days. And I know, I said I know, you got another woman somewhere around. Hey, I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. Such a good woman. So don't treat me like dirt. I don't go nowhere, and you don't check me out. If I put on a stress, baby, you won't start to fight. Even my next door neighbor know how to shape that baby. They are talking. Even my so-called friend.
Yeah. Now, I want to make sure. I mean, you have a great catalog of where playing at the Cognac Blues Festival and loads of places around the world. Now, is that the one that you supported Ben Harper and Charlie Musselwhite?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That must because I see in the top there it says Muddy Gertie, and I'm thinking, what have I done here? Excellent. Yeah, that was a support for Ben Harper and Charlie Musselwhite in the afternoon. That was, or something like that. Early evening, was it?
In the evening, just before that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look at that crowd. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That is truly an honor to have played there. That's for sure.
Yeah. It was because it was a special award because they every year they give a kind of award to one band or one artist. And I'm the first woman who get this award of the festival. And when you get this award, you play on the main stage the year after.
The day after, and you did.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that about the award. Oh my gosh! So I mean, it's an even larger crowd than this. What we're looking at then.
Yeah, it was like maybe 7,000 people or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, you must have got home just saying this is, I mean, that was the early part of you just kind of starting out. I mean, you started way back in like the late 90s, wasn't it? Something like that.
You can't see, but I'm pregnant now.
Oh, you can't see it there. Really?
Yeah.
Oh. How old is your son now? Is he 7?
Yeah, he's 7.
Oh, bless. How's that being a mother and on the road and stuff? Or have you taken off the road for a while?
It's very special. At the beginning, I brought him with him because I was feeding him, so I had to bring him. It's very special because you have to give your child to someone while you are on the road most of time. I'm lucky that my mother is here and she helped me a lot. And having a child when you are a musician, I mean, even if you are not a professional musician, but when you play music, when you have children, you give them something special because they can meet lots of people, because you have lots of colleagues, lots of friends who play music, so they are very sociable. And music can bring so many things to.
Yes. I wish I had that attitude. Yeah, I understand. I focused when I was younger, I focused so much on music where I just thought I had chosen the wrong profession to have a family. But if you look at Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks, they take 11-piece band plus their family on the road. It must be so fun, you know?
Yeah, but if you have a good organization, that's cool. But if you play in bars and pubs and clubs, it's not the same, huh?
It's not the same, exactly. It really isn't the same. No. So let's go on a little bit forward. So after this, after Cologne, you were approached by Mark and Giles to form Muddy Gertie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
it's a very special project.
now, by the way, you're in about 4 bands, so you didn't stop one and start another. You carry on with a host of projects, basically, don't you?
Yeah, because I want to keep my own project also, even if in this time it's hard to have both because I have lots of work with Muddy Gurdy. But I keep doing my own song with my band also, and I'm more focused on Muddy Gurdy now because we just released a CD, and there's lots of gigs. So
Is that Homecoming, your last one?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute, but I'm just checking my notes.
No problem.
But I wanted to go into Muddy Gurdy because obviously we have it's a special instrument that you use in the band. You got Mark on percussion and Giles on the hurdy-gurdy. And I just, because when the hurdy-gurdy is it's a hypnotic type of sound. And how was that accepted in the blues world? Because I know you took it over to the United States, and we'll go into that in a bit. But in France, because we're calling you the France's Queen of Blues, you know that, like I said. So I wanted to know how in the blues world, playing the hurdy-gurdy, how was that accepted in the blues world there, or wherever you played it?
So to be honest, when Mark told me about the hurdy-gurdy, to do a band with a hurdy-gurdy player, I was like, no, I don't want, because I hate the sound, and it's ugly instrument. It's an old instrument from Central France, and I only have the feeling it's like it sounds like
That's
very.
right.
And he introduced me Giles, and Giles showed me different sound that he can play, and he's a really master of the hurdy-gurdy. He's very famous in the world for this with his instruments. So he showed me the different sound that he can make, and I was really impressed. And I was like, I had some préjugés, and I was really amazed about what he can play. So we decided to work together, and it took time to find the right things to play, because you can't play. It's different if you play Chicago blues or Mississippi blues, but the style of blues who matched a lot with hurdy-gurdy was North Mississippi Hill Country blues, which is really hypnotic. So we started playing the song of R.L. Burnside, which is one chord, and we find finally the sound. We plugged the hurdy-gurdy in a little tube amp, which is the sound is very special. And we brought the hurdy-gurdy in United States, but Giles already made some masterclass there. But we brought the hurdy-gurdy in a very special place, as in Mississippi.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Can we just show everybody an example of the hurdy-gurdy for those who haven't seen it yet? Patsy, can you put that video on? It's only like a minute, so.
Ils sont là, hurdy-gurdy, mais j'ai jamais vu ça, c'est incroyable. Et alors là, Gilles, il branche la vielle, il joue, et les mecs, ils sont là, waouh, la vache, c'est incroyable en fait.
Ils sont surpris et émerveillés.
And so you never saw that instrument before?
First time.
Hurdy-gurdy.
I like it. À chaque fois que je joue dans des gens qui ne connaissent pas la vielle, ça se passe bien. Parce que justement, il y a la surprise d'un son nouveau. Et puis comme moi, j'ai l'envie aussi de partager ça avec d'autres musiciens ou avec une audience, il n'y a aucune raison que ça ne soit pas apprécié.
You can do me any way you wanna do.
that is the hurdy-gurdy. When I was looking around and nosing through your life, I saw that the hurdy-gurdy, they said its sound is omantopic, omantupic sound. I can't pronounce it properly. An omantupic sound is it's a sound that makes a word that hurdy-gurdy. It's what the instrument makes a hurdy-gurdy sound. Like an omantupic word would be swish, bang, sizzle. Those are all words that actually describe what the sound of the word is. That makes any sense? And that's what the hurdy-gurdy does. I know I found that very interesting for any nerds out there. But so like you were saying earlier, you took that instrument. I mean, Giles had already been over there in the United States doing master classes, as you said, but you guys decided to go over and shoot a film Lomax style.
Yeah.
Now,
we decided.
What's that Lomax style? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, when we say a Lomax style, it's because when we went to Mississippi, we decided to cut a record there, and we didn't want to go in studios because you have studios all over the world, and it's different when you go to some different places, like in some farms or back porch. Places linked with the history of the blues also, because we recorded at the Dockery Farm. And when you record in places like that, you are like print by the places. You can't play the same when you are in the studio.
Exactly. And they're saying Dockery Farm is where the blues first came from, isn't it?
Yeah, there is so many bluesmen who started playing there, like Bob Staples. I think maybe Howlin' Wolf or Charlie Patton.
Because they had to work there. So it was a place where it's like 25,000 acres, isn't it? And they worked there. And so I guess when they're working there, their days off, they would play the blues, isn't it?
Yeah.
How amazing, isn't that? You were there.
Yeah. It was very strange because there was a storm that was supposed to come when we recorded at Dockery. And the owner told me, you just have 2 hours to record, to put your material and to record. So we were like, okay, we have to go. We have to record very fast. So we did it and we made it, and we left. And when we left, we learned that the storm never came. So it was funny.
And so that album that you made there, Mississippi, you can still find that on Spotify as well, can't you?
Yeah, I have the album here.
Oh, let's see now. Let's pull up. Let's make a single shot of that, Patsy. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. And what name under Spotify would they find it? That's on Viztone Records.
Yeah.
And I guess you'd find it under Muddy Gurdy on Spotify. And you have special guests on that album as well, don't you?
We have we decided to invite the grandchildren of the big name of the North Mississippi Hill Country Blues. So we asked them to record a song of their grandparents and a song of them. And we invited Cedric Burnside, the grandson of R.L. Burnside. We invited also Sade Thomas. She plays fife, which is a very special kind of style of blues called fife and drums. And her grandfather, his name was Ota Turner. And we invited Cameron Kimbrough, the grandson of Junior Kimbrough, and also Pat Thomas, which is the son of Jameson Thomas. He's not from North Mississippi Hill Country Blues, but he's from he's from Leyland. And it was really cool to do that with them because, it's like rural music. We find some
rural music, yes.
Yeah.
And you found it to be, because you come from a certain part of France, was it Central? And you found that the blues down there in Mississippi had certain aspects or energies that you found at home. Is that what?
I think when the people they walk on fields and after that they go back home, They play for the family, for the neighbor. They play to make the people dance. It's like social music,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same here. But in the past, now it's different.
Of
But
course.
when the people used to play hurdy-gurdy, it was to make the people dance.
And how do
And
you say that in French?
La vielle à roue.
La Viadaro. Yes,
La
beautiful.
vielle à roue. La roue, it's the wheel.
The wheel, yeah, that they crank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have some of those guests that you had on the album, and we've got a short clip of that. Let's have a look at that, Patsy, if you don't mind, Dia. Okay, give us a second there.
Ils sont là, hurdy-gurdy, mais j'ai jamais vu ça, c'est incroyable. Et alors là, Gilles, il branche la vielle, il joue et les mecs ils sont là, waouh, la vache, c'est incroyable en fait.
Ils sont surpris et émerveillés.
And so you never saw that instrument before?
First time.
The same.
Nobody has something on my mind.
Really good.
Hurdy-gurdy.
I like it. À chaque fois que je joue dans des gens qui ne connaissent pas la vielle, ça se passe bien. Parce que justement, il y a la surprise d'un son nouveau. Et puis comme moi, j'ai l'envie aussi de partager ça avec d'autres musiciens ou avec une audience, il n'y a aucune raison que ça ne soit pas apprécié.
You can do me any way you want to do.
Oh well, we had a little bit of mistake there. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to the right video. That's the same one we've done again. So we've got number 3. Have a look at that, Patsy. That video is 221, and it ends in XVT4. The video that we're looking for. But we carry on because we've got some of the guests we had on that album were great. So you can find that the album called Muddy Gurdy. No, called. I'm getting confused now. I've got myself all confused. If I go off my notes, that's it. Because I like to. This is the first time I've really tried to make it like a real tight show where I don't improvise as much, and I keep everything. So I'm thrown off my path. Never mind. So anyway, that was the Mississippi Sessions, available on Vistone, and you can get that on the Muddy Gurdy site on Spotify. That's correct. So some of the artists that you used there were absolutely amazing, and that experience going down there. How long did you stay there for?
We stayed there for the recording. We stayed 2 weeks, but with the band we stay more because we wanted to play a little bit, and we went to the Blues Music Awards. You know, that's where we met the V-Stone team, and that's where all the things was made. Like
that's amazing.
We showed a short video of the project to Richard Rosenblatt of the V-Stone, and he told us, "Wow, it's amazing!" and I want you to sign on the V-Stone. So it started like that.
Fantastic. Are you still with V-Stone?
No, for the last one, no. But when you sign with V-Stone, it's like a family. You will be with them forever. Like,
exactly.
Really lovely people.
Oh, that's good to hear. Can you play us a song? Would you mind? Because I mean, we're talking about all these artists that you play. Why don't you play a song for us while we're trying to find that other video as well? Have you got your, what they call it? They say in America, your get fiddle. Michelle Seidman says, "You get fiddle." That's beautiful.
I can play not the whole song because of the last CD.
Yes,
there is a song we mix a boogie and a style of music from Central France, traditional music. We call that bourré in French. So I'm gonna play only the boogie part because the bourré is played by the hurdy-gurdy.
Yes.
So we cut this song in 2020 for the last album, Homecoming.
Yeah.
And I decided to write some lyrics about, the movement Me Too. I was really impressed by all the women who decided to talk about what they have to deal with, all the problem, aggression and all the stuff. I was really impressed by their courage. So I decided to write a song about that.
Great. What a great cause to write about. Absolutely.
Why you treat us so bad? Why you treat us so bad? We women, we sisters, we mothers. We men, it's all time to talk. We men, it's all time to talk. Come on, sisters. Come on, sisters. It's time for change to come. Let's see what's wrong in this world. Let's see what's wrong in this world.
And now you know, guys, why she is Tia Gouttebel in the 50 Women in Blues book right here, written by Jennifer Noble, because she is truly one of the queens of blues, especially there around the world. So listen, girl, that was beautiful. Absolutely cool. And I can hear that hurdy-gurdy in there too. Fantastic.
Right.
Let's talk about hurdy-gurdy. Let's go back to Mississippi, if you don't mind, because I got a couple more points I want to make with that. And I wanted to show the people there's a small clip of some of the guests that were on that album. So can we pull that up with the Cedric Burnside, Sade Thomas, Cameron Kibrell, and Pat Thomas, I think it is.
That girl is bad. She is so fine. When I see her walk, I'm glad she's mine. When we go out, everybody stare. Females get mad. Guys say look at there. Black guys say she's tough. White guys say she's ran. All I do is smile. But that girl is bad. That girl is bad. I thought she was. That girl is bad. I thought she was. I thought she was.
Yeah.
If you was my age, where would you be? How many out there, if you had my talent, ooh, how good would you be? Some people look at me, I can't believe they ask. No, 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 no. For the ones that don't know me,
I heard, well, you was going my woman. Better leave her alone. That's my girl. Leave her alone. Ding, ding, ding. Before I could sing, the song I could sing, the song.
That last song is so beautiful. It just brings your heart. It brings your heart into your mouth, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like every time I hear this song, I'm like, wow, it's so very simple, but everything is here, like very direct.
I'm telling you, it hits you. And sorry, I was talking over the top of. I was doing about 3 different things, but I wanted to play straight away as well. The other, we had a little bit of Sade Thomas on there, but you mentioned earlier that she plays the fife. Which is and she's one of the few people that play the fife, is it? Or she specializes in the fife?
Yeah. There is not so many people who play the fife like that. She learned that from her grandfather, Otta Turner, and it's a kind of style of blues which is played in North Mississippi, and it's played for like a picnic or to make some party, and they play fife with a drum, bass drum and a snare. and they do that for grandfather do that with for the picnic. They play fife and drums, and the people they can hear that from very far, and they came and they eat goat. And it's like a big party with lots of people, and they play in the middle of the people, and people dance around them. But it's very old.
And I'm glad that you had. She seems very, very like a young person, maybe in her 20s or something like that, early 20s. And they always want to keep the blues alive, but we always need the young ones in the blues to perform it and bring other young ones. Down at the place here in London, there's a place called the Temple of Art and Music. And I'm going to ask you when you come to London, and there's a place called the Temple of Art and Music. And every Monday night, there's a blues jam session. And it's near a university there in Elephant and Castle in South London. And they call it the TAM, T-A-M. It's a great venue. You got to visit when you come. And but I host the jam session once a month. And there's other artists, other blues artists like Bex Marshall. They host it once. So every week there's a different host, but I do it once a month. And but I'm amazed and impressed and happy to see the young people coming up to play the blues, because they come from the university and everything around there. I mean, young as I mean like in their 20s. Okay, I'm grandma now, you know what I'm saying? But so we want to hear the young ones playing. So I want to, before we carry on, I want to play just a little clip of Sade. How do you say Sade Thomas? Sade?
Yeah,
Sade. I like to let's play a little bit of Sade playing the fife.
Yeah.
Talent, ooh, how good would you be? Some people look at me, I can't believe they ask. Oh, no, no, no. For the ones that don't know me, I've been doing this thing a while. Cause I'm a young woman that's chasing a big dream. So grateful for all my fans that believe in me. With this shouting blues.
With this shouting blues. Oh man, yeah. I thought this one was playing the fife a bit more, but everybody. With this shouting blues. The girl is bad. I love to see her. So you have any plans of coming over here to London?
For now, no, but I would love to.
Yeah. It's difficult, I guess. With we're getting probably another lockdown, all that kind of stupid stuff. But I don't want to talk about that.
It's bad, yeah. And with the, I'm afraid with the Brexit, I don't know what will happen with the musicians.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that as well. That on top of it.
It's crazy. I've been. We played in UK. 2 years ago at the festival, the Red Rooster.
Red Rooster, yes, I saw that. That's one of Patsy's favorite festivals, Red Rooster.
It's a great festival, and
yeah, here.
I told the guys, I was like, maybe I'm gonna ask the people to come closer to the stage, because I was thinking that the people will be far from the stage when we start.
Yes.
And we start, and the people were there, and they were like, yes. And it was like a very great festival. And you can see the people with the family coming with their children. They put the children in a little, I don't know how to tell about that, in a stuff that they put the children in a little stuff with wheel. And you have family, you have lots of different kind of people. And the band.
Did you take your son with you? Did you have your son there as well? Did you have your son?
No. Because we have to travel 10 hours to go there.
Oh, so yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the little wee ones, bless them.
But maybe next year I'm going to bring him in Louisiana. He doesn't know for now because it's going to be a surprise.
Yes.
But I want to bring him to New Orleans because it's a very special place, Louisiana.
I hear so.
And his name is Nola, so I have to bring him then.
Yeah, and he'll be 8 years old. Yeah, he said. So I've never been. I'm from Los Angeles, but I've never been to Louisiana. I mean, there's a lot of places.
Love this place. I'm pretty sure.
I know. Once I get there, I know. Yeah, that's another book. Let's move on to we talked about the similarities of hill country blues and the music in rural France as well. And I want to talk to you about a guest that you had on that was named Kenny Brown. He came over to Paris, yeah. And he was an American blues slide guitarist skilled in North Mississippi hill country blues. What is North Mississippi hill country blues style? We'll look at a bit of it in a minute, but I just want to explain it, please.
It's the North Mississippi it's a region in North states of Mississippi
where they play the fife, right?
Where they play the fife, right?
Okay.
But there is also lots of famous musicians who are from there, like Arel Burnside.
Oh, I love him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's great to me.
Yeah. And there is people, Fred McDowell, Mississippi Fred McDowell, he wasn't born there, but he lived there. And he's a famous name from the North Mississippi Hill Country style. Mm-hmm. There is also a woman that I love. She was fantastic woman, a character, and her name was is Jessie Mae Hemphill. She was
Jessie Mae Hemphill.
Yeah, she was a guitar player, singer.
It rings a bell. Maybe it's just one of those names. I don't know.
Oh, you have to listen to her. And
tell me about it. Sorry, I interrupted you. Tell me.
So she was a guitar player, a singer, and she learned that from her grandfather and her aunt also. And she used to go to sing at church also. And she was living in Senatobia, a very little town close to Como. It's maybe 30 minutes from Memphis. And she was living by her own with her little dog, her guitar, and her gun. And she was a character.
I love it. And, people like that really exist, don't we? We have romantic ideas about these people, but they exist. This is their lives. I mean, we can in Europe, we don't understand it. You know, I've got family from Oklahoma and Tennessee, and I couldn't understand why my grandmother would say certain things. You know, and it's just.
So you have roots there.
I'm born, and born in America.
Yeah, but you have roots in Southern America.
Well, yeah, because of course, because that's where the slave plantations were. I mean, my great grandmother was a slave, so.
So you have I want to show you a picture of Jessie Mae when she was very young.
Put it up there. We got a little bit of reflection, yeah. Let's see. Let's solo that out, Patsy. Yeah, thank you. Oh yes, what a lovely lady.
She was really young. Yeah,
I love that porch. I love the whole thing. You can see, you know, the places where they lived, and you can even smell the places. You know, like my grandfather's place had a certain smell to it. It was just great. Jessie Mae Hemphill. I want to write that down.
I love this place. Every time I go to United States, I go to Como, Mississippi. It's a very small town. Maybe you have
that's where you shot the video.
2,000 people there.
2,000, yeah. That's where you recorded. Yeah.
And it's very special. I love the countryside, because the people, they take time. When you meet people, they take time for you to explain stories, show you some stuff. And the first time I came to Como, I met a guy, and he told me about Jessie Mae, Fred McDowell, and I thought he was a liar. I was like, no,
really?
It's not possible. And he told me stories, and he said, come to my house. And it was like midnight or during the night. It was like, oh no, I'm not sure. So I went to his house.
Yeah.
And he brought me the guitar of Jessie Mae Hemphill. because when she passed, before she passed, he was very close to her, and he was carrying her because she had a stroke when she was old, and he was carrying her, and she took care of her, and she gave him her guitar. So I came to his place, and he put the guitar of Jessie May in my hand, and the string they were really dirty because nobody touched the guitar after she passed. So I played the guitar, and he said, "Wow, I feel the spirit of Jessie May was here." It was like very special. So I decided to clean the guitar a little bit, not too much, because it's just maybe I changed the strings of the 3 guitar that he have. Because if the people visit him, they need to, if they want to play the guitar, the strings needed to be changed. So I just string.
Yeah, of course.
It was so special.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was.
It's amazing. I love it. Now, I hope you get back over that. I mean, you said Como. We won't go too much on about it because I was just intrigued watching all of your footage and stuff. And you're saying like all these places have a water tower, and they're all kind of rusty and stuff like that. And all the gas pumps and it just sounds so. We see restaurants that they take that kind of theme and put it in a restaurant. Even Burger King, I think, did that theme. But those places actually exist. And I've been to some of those in Oklahoma, and it's absolutely brilliant thing to see, feel, and live. I don't know if you want to live there, but to experience it is something that we here at Live Talking Blues want to share with everybody. So thank you for sharing that with us. And I want to thank you for bringing Kenny Brown over to Paris as well. And he like I said, we digressed a bit because we were talking about Kenny Brown. And about his blues slide and how that's very similar to the Rule of France type of feeling. So let's have a look at that video first of all, and we'll carry on a little bit more in just a second. Where was that in Paris, man?
It was in Clermont-Ferrand in my town.
I see. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that Gertie. I love that hurdy-gurdy.
And you know that Giles, he played in England. He played at the Royal Albert Hall with the hurdy-gurdy.
No, that
With,
that is the most prestigious place. You know, that's one of the biggest places to play in the world.
He was invited by Rufus Wainwright.
Oh yes.
And he played there, and he played with Boy George also. It's just like crazy.
You guys got a powerhouse of a band. I'm telling you now, absolutely. And we thank you for taking the time out to come on here. I won't keep you too much longer. I just want to go over one more place I want to talk about, because you've been in some great special places, and I want to talk about this island. And you were invited to go there. And one of our guests next week, in our Christmas special, is one of the people that was involved in that in the Mustique Island Blues Festival, and that was Donna Gillespie. She's in our Christmas special next week, along with Giles Wilson. And but between Donna and JLW, she calls him Joe Louis Walker, they had this festival on this beautiful island.
Yeah.
And you were invited to go there.
Yeah. And I think this is Dana. I think she was the one who created the festival with Basil, the owner.
That's right. She did indeed.
She was the one who created that.
And then Joe took it over.
Yeah. The chance to meet Dana, but I would love to meet her. And it's a crazy island. When Joe Louis Walker sent me an email, and he said, could you give me a call, because I'm interesting I want to ask you something. So I was like, wow, Joris Walker sent me an email to call him. I was like, wow.
Yes, he's a lovely man. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was kind of a little bit shy, but I called him, and he said, someone told me about you. I think it was Cedric Burnside maybe told about me. And he said, I saw some video that you made. I saw you play some Magic Sam, and I really love the way you play, and I would like to invite you to a special festival on an island, Mustique Island. I never heard about Mustique Island before.
No, I think it's run by some lord, somebody or another.
Yeah.
Princess Anne used to go there, didn't she?
It's just like a very tiny island in the Caribbean, and he say it's like you have to go there for 2 weeks, and he explained me the stuff. So I say, okay, I have to talk with my boyfriend, and because to organize the stuff, and I say, okay, I want to go. All the people who are gonna play there, it's some people that I admire a lot, that I really love. So I said, okay, let's go. So I went to the island.
Did you take your family?
What?
Did you take your family?
No, it was not possible. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I hope so one day.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the first days I didn't realize I was on the paradise, because I was a little bit stressed, because the people I was playing with really impressed me. So I wanted to do the best.
Of course, yeah. But you can't think about that sort of thing. You just gotta think about you, isn't it?
For me, the music was the most important. I was like, I have to do the best that I can.
Of course.
So the first days I was like focused on the music, and after that, after 2 days, 3 days, I felt very comfortable with the people and the music. And I looked around me, and I was like, wow, it's just the paradise. It was like incredible places.
And you're one of the first French musicians to be invited to.
I'm not sure I'm the first French, because
really
I'm the first French woman, I think.
Yeah. Okay. First. Okay. Well, that's still big.
I know. Yeah. That's still big. I know a piano player who went there with Dana. His name is Julien Brunotto. He's a great piano player, and he went there. So I called him before going there to have some.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I'm the first woman.
Yes, well done. Let's have a quick look at that. We're going to end it after about 2 minutes and 14 or something, and then we're going to let you go, okay? Give us one more video, please, Patsy. in the red shirt
Yes,
there. Yeah,
really.
We supported
Such
Joe Louis a few
lovely
years
people
ago. Hey?
there. This is Murali Coriel on the guitar.
Yes,
And,
yes.
yeah, lovely people. It's like family now. I love these people. We spent 2 weeks together, and it was. And Basil is also a very lovely guy, lovely man. Yeah.
Yeah, he still has a bar there. I think they were doing a virtual festival or something, and then I don't know what's happening this year, if it's virtual this year or
I
not.
don't know. I hope they can make it because you play for the children there. You play for the children for an island in front of Mustique called Saint Vincent.
Yes, that's it.
You play for the children to help them to go to school.
Oh, is
So
that
I
beautiful?
hope they can make it this year because they need money for that. Yeah,
they need it. Yeah, they definitely need that.
Yeah.
Well, let's let everybody know what your email, not your email, your website is, Tia. Where can they find where they can get to you first, and then you've got a couple of them. Well, first of all, you've got Tia and her band, you got Tia and the Groove Box, you got Hypnotic Wheels and Muddy Gurdy, and I know you don't want to give all those websites out, but where can they come?
Yeah, you can go on muddygurdy.com,
Yeah.
tiablues.com, but I think the stuff that are more actual is on muddygurdy.com.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's
and
where you guys are.
Facebook, Instagram, and all the stuff. But
Muddy Gurdy, Patsy's put that up on the screen there as well. I thank you so much for coming on and spending time with us. I hope to see you here, either in France, here or in France.
I hope we're gonna meet one day. It was a pleasure to see you just like that.
Absolutely. It was Jennifer's book who brought us together. 50 Women in Blues that you're in. Look, we've got it printed at the same time. That was brilliant.
And I just read your interview. You are on it.
Yes, I'm in it as well. And there's another. I'm right next to the green. Yes, that's me. I'm right next to the great Cat Wiggins. So they got two cats there.
I just read your interview.
Thank you.
Very interesting too.
Yes, I love you so much, and I really, really appreciate you coming on, giving your time. And we're gonna get ready to go. But anything else you need to say to your audience?
I want to say to the people, take care of yourself. We are living some very strange time now, but we need to be together and not to fight about strange stuff. Or the COVID is very for our life as musicians, it's not very funny, and for everybody. But if you have a good health and you have no problem, I mean, everything is okay. But just be kind. This is my last word.
Be kind is very good, and that it's nothing to be kind. And when you're kind, that goes a long way. Like helping those kids go to school, that goes a long way. It makes the children's life better when they become adults, and then they can make someone else's life better.
Yeah, and don't forget to go to see people playing, because you can see everything on YouTube and gigs and stuff, but it's not the same when you go to see people playing in clubs and venues and everything. It's the most important thing. And be together also.
Mm-hmm. Be together and share.
And buy the book of Jennifer.
Buy the book of Jennifer. On that note, guys, good night to you. Listen, I'm going to see you in the green room. Stay right there for 1 second. I'll see you in the green room. Good night, everybody. See you again.